Hi guys and welcome back. So real world assets. This is the big elephant in the room, and this is something that is absolutely comparable to what we have seen the last 12 months with AI. And in my opinion, it's even bigger, or at least the kind of impact that this can have into the whole crypto market is even higher than AI. Simply because when you see BlackRock, a big player, the authority of this kind of fund coming to the blockchain and saying, guys, real world assets will be big. They will reach around 17 trillion of dollar or tokenized assets into the blockchain. Well, you can guess that this is something that is here to stay and has an upside that is insane, specifically because just a few projects are having a big market cap. If you missed, I made a video just a couple of days ago about that. I will leave also the link in the right corner there. And you will find in that video the big caps, projects that are already not so big that they can still do like 10x into next months, but obviously are less risky than the ones that we'll talk into this video. Yes, in this video, we'll show you 5 different projects that can have an upside about 20-25x into the next months. But obviously, nothing is for granted, and also the smaller is the market cap, the higher the risk. One more thing, guys. In this video, I will show you coins that are also available with perpetuals. So it means that you can use the leverage. But remember, guys, most of these assets are having a volatility, a daily volatility that could reach even 30% in a day. So imagine up and down 30% in a single day. So you can understand that even just a leverage of 2x means having a daily volatility about 60%. So insane. So be cautious, be aware of the risk, because yes, the upside, and I truly believe that most of these assets will perform and will even outperform Bitcoin and also Ethereum into the next months. The point is that they are really volatile, nothing is for granted, and if something goes wrong in any side for any of these projects, the downside could be even steep, fast, and can produce to you some loss. So be aware of that. Before starting, guys, let me say this channel is not about financial advice. I'm here just to show you how the market goes and to help you to understand. This is just an educational content. And guys, don't forget, please, to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment to the comment section. Guys, let me know which is among the ones that I will talk into this video your favorite asset, and which are other assets that maybe you are invested, you are following, and do you suggest me to check and maybe to add into the next video. Still about real world assets. All the other topics, that's something that we'll talk into another video. Okay, guys, let's start immediately with the first asset I want to present to you today. Polix by Polymesh. This is the first token I want to talk to you today, and has already market cap is about 600 million. So it's not big, but it's not even so small. It's already at its own all-time high, even if it has to be said that we are talking about a project has started much longer than what you can understand from the chart, because as you can see, this token was launched just July 22, but the reality is that this project is going on since 2018, so it has been a long process. When we talk about Polymesh, we are talking about a layer 1, so a blockchain, but differently from what we have seen into the previous video, and also the project that we'll analyze into this one. This is a permission blockchain. So it means that you can, as the owner of the blockchain, decide who can do what. So it's not permissionless where everyone can join and deploy something. And on the other side, they are also just enabled the possibility to launch a private blockchain. So something that is an environment is just for you. If you're wondering why and if it's something that is good or not, I know many of you can think, okay, this is something that is far away from the kind of concept and the idea behind the philosophy behind the blockchain that is about permissionless and decentralization. Yes, I understand your point, but honestly, I love the kind of approach by Polymesh. Why? Because not so many projects are going into that direction, and at the same time, I have been working with corporations, and I know most of them, they want to have full control of the blockchain and what's going on into their things. So that's the reason why I really appreciate having also opportunities for institutions, corporations, and so on to use the blockchain, because at the end of the story, going decentralized, that's a process that will take much longer. What we want today is seeing institutions, corporations, and so on start to use and start thinking about blockchain as something that is embedded into their processes. So that's the reason why I really like this approach. Obviously, it's to be demonstrated that it's a successful approach, but that's something that only the time will tell us. But keep an eye on this project, because this approach that could be really profitable in a space where there are institutions, TradFi, that want to join this space, and they are still reasoning into the way that was the old world. So using a new technology like the blockchain and making it much more suitable for a world that is old, well, that's something that could be interesting. Going on to the second one, it's called Nxra. OM is the ticker of the coin. As you can see also in this case, we are talking about something that was launched at the end of the previous bull run and has already broken that all-time high, or better, it was breaking out. It has been retesting it, and right now we hope, or at least that's my hope, to see it keep growing and going on. We're talking also in this case, the project has around 600 million of a market cap, and also in this case, it is a layer one. Differently from what we have seen with Polymesh, in this case, it is a blockchain still layer one that has been developed using the SDK of Cosmos. Why, when it was about Polymesh and Polix, it was much more about the Polkadot and that kind of system when it comes to proof of stake. In this case, we are talking about a blockchain that is permissionless, but has permission application. So it means that the application could be built or with the idea of being permission. The whole idea is about managing the identities of the users that are using a specific application. As always, if we are talking about something that is about finance, that is about institutions, well, it's not about something that you can just be completely anonymous. So you need some kind of way to manage who can access something and be able to demonstrate that the person who is accessing something, this is exactly the person who should be supposed to. And as you can see also from the chart, we are really talking about something that has exploded into this year. So at the beginning of the 2024, this project made something like 40x. That's a lot, guys. And at this kind of market cap, there is still space to do another 20x. Obviously, doing 20x means going to a fully diluted valuation is about 12 billion, and a market cap is about 10 billion. So pretty a lot. On the other side, I want to add another thing. As you can see, both of these projects, Polymesh and Nxra, are old projects with an FDV that is almost the same of the market cap, the supply, circulated supply. That's something that is positive, because it means that there is no more selling pressure. So new people that will come into the industry, the only way to buy is to make the price increasing, because there are no other sellers that are about to sell because they are just seeing their tokens released right now. So this is something that's pretty interesting. While on the other side, we will see new projects that maybe they can have much more ignition at the beginning, but maybe they could be stopped by the unlocks that could happen into the next bull run. So just be aware of this thing. I'm not saying that project will perform better than the other one just for this reason. What I mean is that you need to be aware to the different factors that can affect the price. So as long as you are aware of that, you can take any decision that is the right one for your risk appetite. Nobody can suggest you buy this other, because we are literally talking about a niche real world assets that can and probably will outperform most of the other niches into the crypto space. Deciding which project is better than the other one is literally too early, but on the other side, it's really about which are your convictions, and also at the end of the story, which is your risk appetite and how you want to be exposed to a certain kind of niche. So just be aware of that and you will perform great. Going on and reaching the third call of this video, it's about Chex, that is a token, so CHEX, that's the ticker and also the name of the project. It has a market cap and also fully diluted valuation that are the same, about 240 million. As you can see also from the chart, we are talking about something that was released in 2020, as you can see from here, and has gone all the way up, breaking recently the previous all-time high, and now it is in price discovery. What is interesting to notice is that we are talking about a project that in the previous bull run, it had really pretty small market cap. We were talking about something like at a peak 60 million, so really small. But right now, with the whole story about real world asset, it has literally exploded. Differently from what we have seen with Polymesh and Mantra, in this case, it's not a layer one, it's not a blockchain. It's much more a solution that is including also marketplace for who want to approach the real world asset space, tokenizing, and also selling or offering it through a marketplace. That's what this project is doing. Keep an eye on this project because it has shown a strong community, a strong upside, and sometimes it's not just about the product, it's also about the community. The stronger is the community, the more they want to push the price. We have seen that with meme coins too. The community can play a big role. So keep an eye on that. Also in this case, I do not expect an upside higher than 20-25x, and it's already something that would have been insane, but it's something that it could be doable. Going to the fourth project is called AllianceBlock Nexera, that is a platform that is all about tokenization. That's pretty interesting approach because tokenization, that's the fundamental, that's literally the basement of the whole real world assets industry. You need an infrastructure that is enabling projects, real institutions, corporations to tokenize their assets. And that's exactly what this platform is doing. They are sitting on a market cap that is about 200 million. They launched just in 2023. They are already at the all-time high. So that's something that it is different from what we have seen from other projects. They don't have much of a history. But even in this case, there is not much selling pressure when it comes to the fully diluted market cap compared to the market cap itself, because it is already at the cap or almost that. Another thing that is interesting for you to notice, always check which are the exchanges that are listing this project. As you can see, Nexera is listed on medium exchanges, while, for example, if we check Chex, it is listed, yes, on Bitfinex, but Bitfinex is the only big Chex that is listing them. On the other side, when it comes to and Polymesh, they are all listed on most of the exchanges. They are also having the perpetual, so you can even trade them with leverage. Nexera is also working with, as you can see also from their website, they are trying to create synergies with other projects. In this case, they are working with X, Swap, Galileo, Flux, and other projects. The whole point is creating an ecosystem of projects that are connected because each of them is trying to solve a specific part of the problems that are about real-world assets. Going quickly to the last two projects, because I don't want to make this video too long. Both of them are layer ones or better. We have Lisk that was born as a layer one, general about scaling the infrastructure that has been, as you can see, a player that was around since 2016, so something that started a long time ago. It failed into the last bull run to reach again the previous all-time high, and right now what I said is that, okay guys, we understand that we can't go into that direction. We are not a winner when it comes to scalability, but what we can do is becoming a layer 2 on Ethereum focused on real world assets. That's something you can understand specifically from this announcement that came out at the end of the last year, and they are saying pretty clearly, focused on solving local problems in emerging markets by bringing solutions around real world assets, off-chain assets, and decentralized physical infrastructure networks on chain. So everything is about physical infrastructure, real world assets, deep in, exactly as they are the two big trends that will be the winner of this bull run. The reaction of the market has been pretty positive, even if, as you can see from the chart, it has still a really long way up if they want to reach again an all-time high, or at least breaking the previous maximum of the last bull run. It needs another 4x. Anyway, keep an eye on them. They are listed already in most of the major exchanges. They also have perpetuals that are available, and the way up, it is pretty big. I don't know if their refocusing strategy will be successful, but I have to admit that is intriguing. Going to the last one, that is something that I really like. It's one of my favorite ones among the ones that I have been talking about. That is called Dusk. It is another layer one. Differently from what we have seen with Polymesh and Nxra, in this case, it is a permissionless blockchain fully focused on privacy. Privacy in order to make possible to trade real world assets and create an infrastructure that is favorable, that is suitable to the needs of institutions. They are using the ZK technology and smart contracts that are privacy enabled. It is pretty interesting what they are doing, and also, as you can see, also in this case, we are talking about the project starting in 2019, got this big peak in 2022. They are just breaking out to the last resistance before the all-time high. Obviously, as I said also in the previous video, don't do your analysis, technical analysis, just using CoinGecko. I'm using that just to speed up the process, but use TradingView or whatever is another proper chart. Either way, the growth by Dusk has been insane. They are literally going and embracing the real world assets industry. Keep an eye on this project because the possibility to do even more than 20x, because the big difference between Dusk and Polymesh, for example, is that Polymesh has already a market cap that is 3 times higher than Dusk. So maybe if Polymesh can do 15, 20x, it's nothing prevents Dusk to do something like even 30x, 40x. Obviously, we are just giving numbers. Nobody has a crystal ball in order to understand what will happen in the future. But what we know is that the topic is hot, and we need to follow all of them in order to understand which will be the big winner for the next run. Let me know which is your favorite one, and among also this category of mid cap, if I missed any other project, let me know it into the comment section below. Thank you guys, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye guys.